Oh my goodness.
my God.
Oh man. See, I'm not gonna talk at all now.
Nah, don't do that because you gotta talk. Ain't got nobody else to talk to.
I can't believe it. No.
Come pull a chair over. Come sit in on this.
Sit right here. I gotta eat. I don't want no place.
Someone up for Sam.
Get himself.
Don't you want people to see it before you eat?
Joey.
No,
Joey.
She want pieces.
Yeah, Chef Joey.
Wait, what is this?
I'm afraid I must drop it.
It's salmon.
There you go.
No. Fine glass.
Yeah.
It can be whatever you want in it.
I think we're live,
Got you some
guys.
wine.
But
She's got you some wine. What you waiting on?
here we go.
Wait on her.
Sam, we're waiting on you. We're waiting on you.
Selling a lifestyle, selling image, selling collaboration, selling.
The girl's not lit up.
I was about to say it's still not on, so I'm checking it over here.
And now I'm wondering, how long has she been like that?
I know.
Because last time,
Funny.
No, not that.
I was about to say, was it like she had never like
No, it's just I was sitting way low.
We'll have to put it up. That's a good one.
because I was here with her, and you know how it's not good when I'm here with her.
No one gives anything.
Because we just, blah, blah. And she's like, you don't have to talk to me.
I gotta go. I'm like, then stop texting me.
good?
It's like casual conversation.
I bet I had to bring up my comment section.
I'm just gonna let Morgan do the talking. I'm just here to smile.
Not really doing too much.
Give me a second.
The dress. We're glad to be a part of the community. Welcome to the community in downtown Beach Street. Exactly.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Daytona Beach Coaches Corner. It is Wednesday, April 19th, and it's beautiful weather over here on Riverside. As with me today, I have to my right Coach Joe, OC. We got the assistant. I don't even know. Can they even see you over there? Yeah, they can see it. They can see him over there. I got assistant head coach, Coach Turner, over in the cut trying to hide. General manager, Coach Craig. And today with me, I have Miss Megan, Mr. Morgan, and Chef Joey Mendez here with us. And they're pretty much just gonna go over where we're at. Obviously, we're in Italy somewhere. That's what it looks like. But just kind of give everybody location. Tell us a little bit about the place. You know how you got started. You know if are y'all brought this down, or did y'all kind of take over? Or
We started.
you started all this from scratch, right? All right. Go ahead and give us the spill.
This is Megan here from North.
Yeah, my name's Megan Duran. I'm the owner of Madeline's Wine Bar. We've been here a little over a year. We're at 200 North Beach Street in downtown Daytona. And this is, couldn't do it without my team here, Morgan and Joey. And
So welcome. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Welcome everybody. I'm just so excited to have you all here as a new part of Beach Street, and there are several new businesses happening on Beach Street constantly now. We are happy to engage with the community and have the community here as well. The community is represented all around us by our patrons and all around us every day in our lives, and it's really great to have a place like Madeline's where we can all come and collaborate and feel together. And downtown Beach Street is the place to make that happen. So we're so happy to have you all here.
You definitely got perfect placement right here, because y'all get it all. Y'all get all the festivals, all the,
Of course.
pretty much anything that comes to Daytona is right here.
Beautiful park. We've got windows. This is a great place to come. We're not crowded right now, but it does get crazy downtown.
Right, of
We're
course.
here to be a part of that. Thank you so much for joining us.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So obviously, I can see some of the food here.
Sure.
I guess this would be a you question.
Yeah.
Right here for, Chef Joey. What other kind of food do y'all put in? Do y'all do more main entrees, or is it all kind of like finger food?
Everything is based off the Mediterranean diet. You know, that's what I specialize in. Charcuterie, you know, like cold cuts, meats, cheeses, as well as like hot foods like dessert, like small portion steaks here. You know, very tapas. You know, very like sharing. You know, get people to explore their palate as well as get to know each other.
Powerful hits of flavor too.
I was just about to say, when you say test your palates now, that's
a big flavor profile.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
Textures, everything.
Chef will come for you.
I try to give everyone like the chef's table,
Right.
you know, experience when they come to Madeline's. Like, it's not just like wine and beer. It's more of a,
It's more of an adventure. You're literally going on a trip, but you're right here downtown Daytona.
new things. Like I have a bunch of crazy things I put on the boards. You know, people are like iffy about, but they try them and they're just like, wow, I didn't know I liked this. You know what I'm saying? That's
What is that? That's my first question. Anytime I take something, what is that?
Yep.
We have people from all over the world coming to Daytona all the time, and of course they're gathering here because this reminds them of places all over the world. And so our wines and our food and our clientele reflect that, and it's awesome.
It is.
It's
a whole
really
vibe.
awesome.
So,
Yep.
so have
Speaking
you,
of which,
how you doing? So have you worked anywhere else, or is this like?
well, I worked at Blau for about 9 years. And
What is
that
that
was
again?
Blau.
Blau, what is that?
That was a Mediterranean restaurant in Ormond Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, we had 170 seats there. It was really nice coquina walls, like
More production
very
type cooking.
yeah, it was very like scratch kitchen, you know, oriented. We
Right.
had over 60 items on the menu at one point, and you know, after I left there, I came here, and me and Megan got together, and yeah, she had a vision, and I just helped her put it together.
Do you like the more? I'm trying to think of the word. I guess you could say the individualization of the
Well,
food,
it's different
you know,
than running a
as far
crew
as-
of 12 people. You know, you got all the drama and everything else, but this right here, it makes it more personal for me to get to know the clientele on a one-on-one basis. You know, people come in and sit right in front of me at the food bar. They
Yeah.
want to have
all
an
here.
experience.
Right.
Yeah,
The open
they
kitchen.
want to have
Right.
an experience. If they don't, they can kind of
different.
sit down. I'll do a table visit, you know what I'm saying? And people just love that, you know. That
Yeah, that is.
it
that
is a true chef's table.
Yeah, exactly.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
So,
Go ahead.
So, Megan, is this your only location, or do you
Yes.
plan on opening another location up?
I mean, maybe one day, but
One
for
day.
now, this is it.
So
Yeah.
you're just focusing
You
mainly
tell us.
on.
Yeah,
Daytona.
right?
Yeah, right.
Tell us,
Exactly.
tell us, New Smyrna, Winter Park.
Where do we need to open
So I
another?
guess you're more into perfection, and you want it to be. You don't want to have a whole bunch of locations and dysfunctional. You want to have perfect location.
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly right.
Well, we don't want to like broaden too far.
It has to be special.
Yeah, exclusive.
It is
You know,
special.
It is very
Yeah.
exclusive. You know, we want to keep that type of atmosphere, but everyone is invited.
Mm-hmm.
People come in wearing yoga pants, board shorts, flip flops, or business attire, dressed up. You know,
We run the gamut. That's what makes
We
it
do.
amazing.
Right. Right. Yeah, I was just telling them, you know, you can really judge a place when you go to use their bathroom. I would say this place is bad. This was a 5-star bathroom experience, and it's not that
bathroom.
and it's not that big.
And you've only seen one.
Right, and I only walked in one. Apparently, they're all different. So I just went in one, and they have. I mean, when I say you know, there's no paper towels. It's regular. It's hand linen, dry linen towels. You know, you got the scented soap, the body spray. You know, the feminine products. You know, everything's right there, and it's clean. You know,
Clean.
I'm telling you, you think it's funny, but I'm serious. You can tell it. You can tell a lot
his mind
about
for a long time.
you could tell a lot about it because I wasn't expecting it. You know, that's what it was. I was just walking in and then walking to the bathroom. You get all the artwork, and then you get the funny looking mirrors, which probably get hilarious the longer you're here.
So it almost makes you not want to use the bathroom. It almost makes you not want to use it, not mess it up.
It's just it's different. This place is different. I tell you, it's definitely one of a kind. So if y'all haven't been down here, definitely come check this place out. It is awesome.
Absolutely.
As far as like, do y'all host any kind of events? Now I know you have all the art stuff going on and then the wine
There
tastings and
is
stuff.
just so much going on downtown constantly throughout the year, and we are involved in that, and we're also doing our own things. So there's always something going on. We are perfect for private parties. We are perfect for catering downtown events. We are perfect for intimate affairs. We are perfect for turning into a nightclub all of a sudden. We are so versatile into
These tables move
having a
pretty.
great time together with our friends and family. There's no other.
There's a wine walk every month downtown. There's a block party for Cinco de Mayo. We just had a block party for St. Patrick's Day. the art
Right.
walk. I mean, there's
Chef
always
does
things.
special menus constantly. I bring in new wines constantly.
That's pretty cool.
Brunches,
And then it's pretty cool that
Brunches.
y'all are so
Watermelon
tight
salad
knit
next
to
week.
where y'all can just really broaden y'all's mind. You know, most people try to be so, you know, you have to try to please everyone. You come here and say this is what we're putting out.
There's
We're
something
constantly
here
trying
for
to please
everyone.
each other.
Exactly. Y'all are in competition with yourselves.
Yeah.
You know, trying to
The
better
same thing as like the chef's table experience is like I'm more like able to accommodate other people's dietary needs. You know what I'm saying? I'm like just gotta talk
Which
to
is
your
big
server,
these days,
gotta
and a
talk
lot
to
of
me,
people,
Sure.
You know, do whatever I can for you.
Menu changes constantly.
Yeah.
So, do y'all have? Are y'all? I'm sure you're on Facebook. You know, and,
Absolutely.
y'all have a
Facebook,
website.
Instagram.
Yeah.
People can kind of check y'all out.
MadelinesWinebar.com.
Google,
Yeah.
when you go under Google has everything.
Yeah.
Of course.
Reach out to us on social media. Stop by. Say hello.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. You really don't get the experience unless you walk in the door. You know, you can feel it. You know what I mean? So you have to be here. So definitely come and check them out. Check them out on Facebook, Google, Siri, Alexa, all that good stuff. Ask them all. So, well, we appreciate y'all hanging
Thank you
around.
so
We're going
much.
to talk
Thank
a little
you.
bit of football.
Yeah, get in.
Y'all are more than welcome to hang around, but I'm sure y'all got some.
We'll send some more food over.
Yeah.
and
We'll be back by.
Exactly.
Like you said, it's going to start
We'll be
getting
back by
busy,
to
so
check
they
on
got to get
things.
ready.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Guys.
Appreciate it. All right, Coach Craig, come bring it on in tight.
So do you want to keep the?
So, how we doing, guys? How we doing?
Good.
How was y'all's weekend, man?
My weekend,
Talking about
my
slide that
weekend
over.
was good.
Forget the podcast. Just slide the food over. Look, Sam's over there like slide the plate. I guess. So, how was your weekend, guys?
Everything's going good, man. I mean, just getting ready for this game.
Busy?
Yep.
Yeah. Coach Turner, how about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Yeah.
Started off with a win, so hey,
telling you,
we're good.
Busy. Mine was all right, man. I think I didn't do anything as far as Sunday went. I think I just relaxed at the house all day, kicked my feet up. You know. How about you, Coach Craig? You got that? You need some help?
Yeah, I'm always busy.
Yeah, man.
There you go, I got you.
Thank you, sir.
So how was your day, Coach? Anything new on the in the vendor home front?
All the sponsors I've seen so far this week are very, very excited to see what's going on. They're looking to find out who we're going to play in our first round of the playoffs, and everybody's excited in town.
Oh yeah, man.
And especially this last week's game because they really seen the fire that we do have in the second half.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button and kind of try to get us out there a little bit. You know, the best way to get everybody on here is just kind of share it, word of mouth. But if you can't talk about it, click it, hit that black button. So yeah, man, this week we'll jump right into that, Coach. You know, we went in and we had our home game last home opener, youth night, against the Florida Cougars. We were down at halftime, 8-18, but we ended up getting our stuff together and we closed it out with a win, 31-18. So it was an interesting game, honestly. You know, very interesting. Very interesting to see these guys come out there, and these are guys that you know that are pretty much on their P's and Q's all the time. And they really had to knock that rust off for a little bit there, you know.
Yeah, it's been 5 long weeks, you know.
And I never really put it together, but you would think with the bye weeks that you would be over prepared, and it almost seemed like once we got on the field, everybody's mind just went blank a little bit, and it was just like we're trying to go into survival mode and just keep up. You know what I mean? Like a lot of mental errors, you know, simple fundamental mistakes, stuff like that. And you don't really think that would affect it that bad, but it definitely took a toll on them. But we went into halftime, and you know, coaches went in there. Coach Clark, Mark Clark came in there. Coach Joe came in there. Captain stood up. Everybody, you know, kind of got everybody's
Coach
mind
Green
right.
came in and talked. Everybody
Coach Green
talked.
came in there and you know, really got everybody's mental back ready to go. You know, so we came back out and we pitched a shutout.
You know, I
and
thought
put,
about it.
What was it, 27 36 on the board second half.
Yeah, 30. Ended up being 31-18.
Right. So it was definitely an electric game, man.
You know, I thought about it over the weekend, and you know what happens is you play the defense and offense for 5 weeks in a row,
Right.
and you think you become better than who you really are until you really get into the action, and then when you run against someone that is really tough, then you go into panic mode.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That was a tough Cougars team that came out there, you know. And and they got some really respectable players over there. I can say, like that number 7. That boy.
Oh.
Good Lord, he was picking people apart on offense and defense. But see, and then that was the thing, you know. I come out there and I told him, I said, hey, these guys are playing both ways because they only had maybe 16, 17.
I think I counted like 18 guys.
18 guys out there, you know, and a lot of those guys are playing both. The majority of them were playing both ways, and you could tell it started gassing them, you know. And then of course, whenever you're getting whooped on, that don't help at all, too. It was a good game, though.
It was.
But you know, the thing that impressed me was Sean, because after having a scope and then coming out after 2-3 weeks and putting the game together, it was amazing.
Hey, Rashad came out there and really helped us out, because that was a spot where y'all don't remember, back in the Bulls game, we were down 2 quarterbacks, and it was a struggle trying to really figure out how to, really generate some offense. And then with Shad coming back, someone, last year's championship quarterback coming back in and kind of just picking up where he left off, And for those of y'all that know, he had a knee surgery, or he had a replacement, didn't he? They just went in and fixed the
Scope that they just scraped it.
Oh, they went in and scraped it out. Yeah. So I don't know why I thought he got a replacement. I was about to say he's young to get that thing replaced already.
But he looked great. He absolutely looked great.
He came in. It looked good.
The second half was really great. We put it together, and now we got to keep the pressure on as the coaches and keep it rolling.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, thank you, Wayne. It definitely was. It was a good game. They played great. Shout out to y'all.
Yes, Wayne. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Gridiron Productions LLC, man. For those of y'all who can't catch the games live, you can go on they got them on their Facebook. They're on YouTube, and you can catch them live. We got Wayne in the back with the commentation. Even though it was a little off today, I know that Wi-Fi was something. It must have been something with the Wi-Fi at the stadium, because I noticed it kind of kept cutting the live, kept cutting a little bit, and then the audio was a little off. But they had that. We had a lot of lightning in the area. Ended up having a 30, 45 minute lightning delay.
Yeah,
something like that.
About 45 minutes.
And then we would like to apologize as far as the halftime shows. The lightning delay kind of put us way behind. We only ended up getting a 5-minute halftime, so we didn't even go back into the locker room. We just kind of pulled them off to the sideline, gave a quick speech. Everybody got some water in them. We went right back on the field. So
yeah, we were going to give away 2 TVs and all kinds of gifts, but I think that'll be coming soon.
Tablets.
Yes.
Man, I think they had cash over there ready to hand off to somebody. So
It was very exciting to see those guys take constructive criticism and have the moves in the locker room during the delay. Coach Clark set the tone. He really set the tone off. Then Ms. Clark came in and she spoke like you said, and then Coach Green had a few words, and then I spoke as well. So I think with all of us, pretty much echoing the same things to those guys, to basically just wake up and play our football, play our game. That's what set the tone for them guys, because we basically was playing into their pockets.
Right, exactly. They came out there. Cougars, were coming off of a good win against the Rise. They've been riding a high for the last couple of weeks. They have some solid athletes over there.
Yeah.
They got an organization.
They had what they needed.
Exactly. To be honest, they had what they needed. And if we would have continued how we were playing in the first half, I'm telling you, Cougars probably would have won that one. But hey, Broncos, we got our stuff together. We came out there and we took back over like we should.
Like a Bronco Nation does.
Like we do.
Man, it's always about riding that roller coaster.
Yeah.
As Coach Clark said,
What goes up?
riding roller coaster. It's going down. We stayed down for few moments.
Oh, by the way, Coach Clark is not here tonight. He just wanted to say, hello to everybody, and he had business to take care of, but he said he'll be back with us next week.
But when that roller coaster started to come up, it stayed up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Wayne has said that they had a couple guys on their team that carried their whole team. Calvin. Go ahead, but number 7.
Number 4.
Number 4. I tell you, man.
Good athletes.
Them boys they was playing both sides of the ball. Literally, I don't even think they came off the field. I'm pretty sure they were on special teams too, because Calvin was the return guy.
Yeah. Great athletes.
Some tough guys over there, man. Definitely tough guys. So, but yeah, man, hey, we ended up pulling it off. Like I said, 31-18.
And we're 8-1.
And we're 8-1. So, we had a couple other games in the FCFL. Looks like the Outlaws went down to the Bengals. Number 3 Outlaws versus the number 2 Bengals. And Bengals came out with a win, 29-22. Looks like the game ended with a Bengals interception, so I guess Outlaws were coming back towards the fourth quarter because Bengals went up early. I watched a little bit of the game. I know Bengals went up way early, and then Outlaws stuck it out, and then Bengals capped it off with a nice interception at the end. And then we had the Bulldogs taking on the number 1 Bulls, and they ended up coming up short, 18-22. I actually picked the Bulldogs to win that one because I was thinking, I was hoping upset alert. I wasn't thinking it. I was hoping upset alert, but they did play a good game, and I watched a lot of the film, and Bulldogs definitely came out there and played some good defense. I'll tell you that. So and that was it for the FCFL as far as this week. So I guess we'll talk about the Bulls being undefeated now. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if they lost or not. So Bulls are undefeated. They took the Blue Devils win. When the Blue Devils beat them, I guess they had, ineligible players?
Yeah.
Or was it the refs?
There was two ineligible players.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was a couple games that they had something going on. I heard them talking about refs and eligible players and all kinds of politics. Can't have football without politics, I guess. So this week, man, we got the Bulldogs. Location is still to be determined, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Time is still 6 or 7.
6:30, they said.
6:30.
Yes.
So we have a 6:30 kickoff. Like I said, locations to be determined, but for all you fans, hey, y'all just go on Gridiron and y'all can watch the game on there. So no matter where we're at, that don't change. So y'all can check them out. That's April 22nd, 6:30. We also have the Outlaws taking on the Rise and the Blue Devils taking on the Centurions. That would be an interesting one. Outlaws and the Rise. I'd like to see that one.
And on May 6th, we'll be back for the first time round playoff.
And then April 29th, we're going to take the week off because I believe that's our bye week. And they're going to do a bunch of the makeup games from the seasons that week. And then May 6th, like Coach said, we'll be back round 1 to be determined, depending on where we're playing. I'm pretty sure we'll be at home. That's going to be home no matter who it is, right? Blue Devils or Crew. So we'll be at home May 6th. So y'all come check that out. We might have a few TVs to give away. You never know. We might we got to do something with them.
Hey, we gotta come out.
Figure out something with them now.
Well, we have to give them out and we also got other things coming. I know we got a box of footballs. We got soccer balls. I'm not going to blow the show for next week, but we have many, many things coming next week. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then of course we have the championship coming to Daytona as well, June 3rd. Y'all make sure y'all definitely come out there and check it out. We want to pack it out. We would like to pack it out. We would like to get everybody out there. Hey man, it's a championship game. It's Super Bowl. It's for one of these. So might as well come on out there. The atmosphere is going to be electric. I'm sure we're going to have plenty of vendors, plenty of everything. We're gonna pull all the cats out the bag for this one. So y'all definitely come and check us out. Anything on the FCFL? Did I miss anything? No? That's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much it, huh, Craig?
That's it.
That's it, right?
That's it.
All right. So, hey, man, like I said, if y'all haven't by now, just go ahead and hit that like button. Throw a share out there. Try to put us out there a little bit. And then definitely keep an eye out for the Lady of the Broncos. Don't forget about this one. Even though we still don't know, we're still in the cut, waiting patiently. to see what's going on with that. And then shout out to Gridiron Productions LLC. Also,
The lady of the Broncos.
And I want to give a shout out to all the sponsors, all 44 sponsors.
all 44.
They've been fantastic all season, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in May 6th, all out at the game.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely all come out. Everybody. So also, if tomorrow, if you haven't anything to do around 6 p.m., I'd say about 5:30, just so you can get you a good seat. We will be doing the Mainland. What is it? The Mainland Girl. What's the parade called? It's for the girls basketball team strictly.
The Mainland girls, they won their state champions.
Right. So Daytona Beach, the city of Daytona, will be throwing a parade down here off of Beach Street. The Mainland girls basketball team for the state championship, and then pretty much all of Daytona is going to be out there. So we're gonna have all the city members, the councils, the mayor is going to be out there. We'll have the Tortugas, Embry Riddle will be out there. We will be out there. BCU, Campbell Middle School Drumline is going to be out there. I'm pretty sure Daytona Pop Warner teams are coming out. Oh man, is that our special guest?
Hey, just remember, Buck Pride never dies.
Yeah.
Blue
I
and
didn't
gold
go,
ride
like I
for
said, I went to Mainland for like a half a year, so I can't.
I went all 4, baby. Yeah, we good.
Yeah, come and check us out. You get to meet some of the players at the parade, the coaches, meet Coach Clark and Miss Clark.
Oh yeah, we'll have everybody out there.
Right.
So it's definitely going to be fun, man. Y'all definitely come out tomorrow and check it out, man. Y'all come support the kids, man, because these kids are out here. You know, they have this platform. They're trying to get their names out there. They're trying to show, you know, what they got. You know, and they go through and they win something like this. You know, we got to recognize it. You know, you can't let that hard work go unrecognized. So y'all come out here and let's make it for them. You know, so. But as far as any notes, I guess I'll skip to the next page. Anybody? Any notes?
No, this, you know, we're trying to do big things, man. We all working together. We're putting our heads together, trying to do big things, trying to really, you know, we're bringing the tone. We set the tone to Daytona by, you know, especially with everybody else winning these championships around that, you know, we set it off, and then now everybody's following suit. So it might be a going trend from here. You know, everybody's gonna be in the championship game.
Things are happening at Daytona.
You know, we're trying to bring Daytona alive over here when it comes to sports.
Right. We want it to be more than just a tourist attraction. You know, we want people to think sports, athletics whenever they think Daytona.
Championship.
Hey, Wayne said the Broncos run game punched the wind out of them. Boy, hey, I'm telling you what, man, she and Dre, man, that is a duo. That is a duo right there.
Yeah, when Coach Clark gave that speech, you know, about Smash Mouth football, I just said, okay, here we go.
Yeah. Well, you notice they started running a 3 front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They pretty much was running a 3-5 with a simulated 5 pressure.
Yeah,
You know,
and then they blitzed off the edge sometimes, but I had a plan for that too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted them to come all into the box, which they did, and then I opened up the passing game a little bit. So,
it was nice. It was definitely nice. So, Wayne wants to know what kind of adjustments do we take in from this week into next week?
adjustments we're gonna mix it up. You know, we're gonna mix it up. If they're in a run prevent, we're gonna throw the ball. If they're in a pass prevent, we're gonna run the ball, and we're just gonna keep hitting them back and forth. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is. That's how it's gonna be.
That was a true offensive coordinated answer right there. Didn't give no hints. Didn't say nothing. Just straight facts. All right. So hey man, yeah, like I said, if y'all have any questions, man, just jump in the comments. Give us a like, a share. You know, hit that subscribe button. You can follow the Daytona Beach. Find us on Facebook, and then you can also go to www.DaytonaBeachBroncos.com, and then that's also where you can get all your fan gear. We have a full list of all our sponsors on there. You can see the players, the full roster. We put stats, everything. We don't do stats on the website.
Yeah,
That's only on FCFL. That's only on the FCFL website. Yeah, so I mean, but as far as all that, no, you're good. You're good. All right, so I guess that's it for the FCFL. We'll go ahead and move on to the next
We're
one.
getting near the end of the FCFL,
Yeah, man, it's
Playoffs,
last
you know.
week. Last week of the
the regular season,
regular
really.
season. So USFL, I guess we could talk a little bit about that. They just kicked off their first week this past weekend. We had the Philadelphia Stars going into Memphis and play the Showboats, but the Memphis just couldn't do it for the home field advantage. They lost 27-23. Coach Craig, we can't even see you. Oh, somebody said you can't even see Coach Craig.
Okay.
Can't see. No, I don't know why they said that. You could definitely see him.
Yeah.
But and then we had the Michigan Panthers. They beat the Houston Gamblers 29-13. New Jersey Generals lost to the Birmingham Stallions 10-27, and the Pittsburgh Maulers lost to the New Orleans Breakers 15-22. So I caught a little bit of the highlights on them. Honestly, I think it's pretty much just like a baby NFL. You know, like it's just a smaller NFL. I didn't really see much of nothing new that really caught my eye. You know, it didn't really catch my attention. You know what I mean? It's not like the XFL. I think it's just a platform. You know.
Well,
I feel like the USFL is more strict developmental football, and that's pretty much it.
What they did is they put USFL all over where there was no fans, and if fans did come in,
Well, they only got like what 3 or 4 stadiums that they're using. 5
it looked funny from the television to see USFL everywhere and no fans.
Nobody in the stands. I mean, now the Birmingham game, there was some people out there. The Memphis game, there was some fans out there.
Right.
Memphis got some pretty good fans, but the Sunday games, dead dry. Dead dry. I mean, it was almost like you were doing a live practice out there or something. You know what I mean? Like there was nobody out there, and I mean,
And for being the Generals, being a big team,
right.
being one of the first teams in the USFL back when Trump owned the team, way back.
Way back. That's back when they were in New York.
Yeah, it was really shocking to me that there wasn't that many people there.
Right. Well, they were in Birmingham, so like I said, Birmingham, the Jerseys, they played in Alabama, so the only 2 games were played in the Protective Stadium in Birmingham, and then you have the Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis.
Right.
And that's where they hold the games. This week they'll have a game, I think, in Alabama again, and then Ohio, I believe, in Canton is where they're hosting. So I mean, they only got like 4 or 5 stadiums, so it really sucks because you don't see the fan base doesn't really get out there. You know what I mean? So not only do you not have the biggest fan base, but you're also not able to really give them a place to go. You know, so I just
Well, I think they work off the volume of people watching the ball game.
Yeah, I just feel like if the USFL is really gonna try to put a name out there, they got to do something to get some bodies in the seats. You know what I mean? I mean, look what happened with the XFL. XFL is blowing up right now. You know, they started off with only 5, 6, 7,000 people in the stadium, and now they're in the point where they got 48, 50,000 people at the stadium. I'm pretty sure Audi Field was sold out for the Battlehawks game and the Sea Dragons game.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like you got to do something to get people in the stands.
Right.
You know, and to really get people talking and get something buzzing. You know, so. But other than that, man, it was good football. You know, it's still I like getting in there and see these guys with that drive.
Any kind of football after the NFL's over is exciting till next year.
I've always just been a fan of anything other than the NFL because in the NFL they don't really have that drive. That's why I've always been more of a college fan. You know what I mean? I've always liked college ball better than the NFL because you got guys out there that are fighting for something. You know, they're fighting for a spot. They're fighting for exposure. You know, once you get in the NFL, it's we talked about. It was like a 9 to 5. That's what Coach Clark was saying. It's like a 9 to 5. You know.
Yeah.
So, with the USFL going into next week, we have the Saturday game, 12:30 kickoff. We have the Houston Gamblers taking on the New Orleans Breakers. 7 p.m. we have the Memphis Showboats taking on the Birmingham Stallions. Both those games are going to be in Alabama, over in Birmingham. And then Sunday we have the Generals versus the Maulers, and that's going to be in Canton. Also, Michigan Panthers versus the Stars is going to be in Canton as well. So I'm probably going to end up watching that Michigan and that Philadelphia game because those are the only teams that are going against each other that won their game last week. So that's going to be the only 1-0 series game that's going on. I might check that one out.
I gotta check them out. I didn't watch last week's game.
Yeah, I didn't watch the games. I just caught the highlights.
I'm gonna have to sit down and watch and see what I come up with. I'm sure there's some guys out there that's, they trying to get there. Yeah, they trying to make it to the next level. So
you're gonna see those guys in every level. So I guess we'll move on to the XFL. Saturday, 12:30, the Vegas Vipers took on the Houston Roughnecks, and they were in Houston. If Houston has already clinched their playoff spot, and the Vegas have already been eliminated, but I tell you, Vegas showed up.
Trying to upset.
Boy, did they? They tried to upset that one, and I'm telling you, they were close. They were close. I mean, Houston went up, and they kind of was up the majority of the game, but I think Vegas tried to come back.
They came back and came back and came up and came back.
Yeah, they started coming back. They started coming back towards the end.
Right.
And there was that.
I lost that one. I lost that.
You lost that one, did you? You sure did. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Coach Clark lost that one.
Oh.
And that's the only one he lost. Coach Clark went 3-0 or 3-1 in the rounds. Congratulations, Coach. You swept the board. You swept the board. So so Coach Turner actually won that one. He was the closest. He picked 17-21. Vegas lost 21-28. So next game was Saturday, 7 p.m. Now this game was an exciting game. Orlando and San Antonio. Now San Antonio was fighting to stay in. If San Antonio would have took this loss, they would have been eliminated. Orlando already being eliminated was looking to upset. But that was an exciting one right there. The Brahmas fighting. They were fighting to stay in the playoffs. There was multiple lead changes, like throughout the entire game. It was just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and Orlando looked good. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I'm looking at these games like, man, why y'all didn't play like this in the beginning? With them in the Vegas.
But I think it took them some time, but I think next year.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna be on. Oh, they're gonna be on.
Yeah, it's gonna be a toss up next year. It's gonna be a toss up next year. Coach Joe, of course we miss you. Coach Joe, Coach Mac, of course we miss you. My bad.
I'm about to say, where am I?
See this chair? This is for Coach Mac. This is your seat.
So moving on to Sunday's game, we have the 12 p.m. We had Arlington and DC.
Boy, that was a ball game. Woo!
This was the sold-out game at Audi Field with DC.
All the way up to the rafters.
Man, well, they said sold out, but when I was watching the game, I seen a lot of empty seats out there. So when I think sold out, I'm thinking that there is packed house. Yeah, I'm thinking that there's you elbow to elbow with everybody. But it ended up being not so packed, I guess you could say. But they did sell out, man. The money was still there. I guess that's all that matters. So, but yeah, DC, they've already clinched theirs. Arlington is actually looking to stay alive in the playoff outspec as well. So Arlington, or if DC, God, I gotta stop right. Look at this. I don't know, y'all can't see it, but
like you in school right there.
Man, I'm telling you. But yeah, it was another rough game. Was that the overtime one?
Who won that one?
Was that the overtime game? No, that wasn't the overtime game. So Arlington had a fourth quarter comeback, and they were honestly saved by, I think it was a holding challenge that they can do in the XFL now. So where you can challenge, if you think that there was a penalty on a play and the ref didn't see it, you can challenge it. And you can say, hey, and they got a good one. So they seen it was a holding, I believe it was on one of the linemen or something like that. And nobody's seen it, and it ended up being a big gain on it or a touchdown or whatever it was. And the coach came over there and was like, nah, I want to challenge that there was a holding over here. And I'm over here like, man, you can do that? Because I didn't realize that's what the challenge rule was. You can challenge stuff that's not even called.
I'm surprised it wasn't a lot more than what it is then.
Coach Joe, they said you got to stop eating.
Who said that?
I don't know. Sam probably. What? Are you on the Broncos? I got that in here. So
who won that game? Who won that?
He got that in?
I got that in here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too.
Who won that? Who won that?
So DC won 28-26. It was a tight one. And then Coach Clark won that one as well. So Coach Clark won the last one. He won this one. He won the Sea Dragons one. He won them all.
I won. How many? What did I do? I'm just curious.
Oh, you talking about the round or the pick?
The pick. Oh, the round. The round.
Yeah, for the Orlando San Antonio game, everybody except for looks like Coach Turner and Coach Joe.
Yeah, okay.
And then for the Arlington DC game, everybody picked DC. And then for Sunday's 3 p.m. game,
Boy, that's my Sea Dragons.
the Seattle Sea Dragons took on the Battlehawks. This was these two guys they're battling for this playoff spot right now. So Sea Dragons was down in the rankings. So Sea Dragons needed this win in order to stay alive. If Battlehawks would have won this game, they would have been out of the playoffs. Battlehawks would have clinched. But so now they have actually, and I wrote it down, it's an interesting scenario. So now that Sea Dragons, if the Seattle and Battlehawks both lose their next game, St. Louis will clinch because they have less divisional losses.
Wow.
If both of them win their next game, St. Louis needs to win their game by 19 more points than Seattle, and they still need to rank number 1 in total points for this week, in order for them to make it. If they both win, because the Sea Dragons have a head-to-head on them.
Right.
So if the Sea Dragons win, Orlando beats the Battlehawks, Seattle goes to the playoffs, and then if the Brahmas beat DC, Arlington has a chance to win it or to get in too. But they're in a win or else situation.
Somebody's making fun of me on that. Somebody's making fun of me on that.
Yeah. I don't know who it is, but
What are you saying?
told Coach Joe stop eating all the food. So yeah, man, hey, these last couple weeks in the XFL are definitely getting exciting. It's definitely getting interesting. Like I said, we still only have 2 teams that have 100% clinched their playoff spot. 2 teams have 100% been eliminated. Arlington's still in the battle with the Brahmas, and San Antonio, or not San Antonio, but St. Louis and the Sea Dragons are still in the battle. So
the St. Louis fans were really packed. That stadium was really packed.
And even when they were losing, and even when it was bad, because Seattle dominated that game.
Right.
I'm talking about from start to finish. Seattle dominated that game. So and the Battlehawks were still there. I mean, it was still just as loud. You know, they weren't folding by no means.
But my Sea Dragons took the win.
Yep.
So that's all that counts.
So we'll go ahead and do the picks real quick for next week, for this week's game. We have Saturday, 12 p.m. We have the Orlando Guardians going on to take off the Battlehawks. Mind you, the Guardians are looking to upset anybody they can because they have already been eliminated from the playoffs. So Battlehawks are looking to stay alive, and they are also a little injured riddled, and they are also coming off some bad losses. So we'll start with me. I'm gonna go with Battlehawks. Got to stay in the playoffs, so I'm gonna take Battlehawks, but it's gonna be a tight game. I'm gonna go 28-26. Coach Craig.
Coach thought we were drinking.
Coach thought we were drinking. Coach Craig, what you got? Orlando and the Battlehawks.
I want the Battlehawks to win. 26-20. Battlehawks.
Coach Joe, 7-10. Who you voting for? You doing that again this week?
Guardians, yeah.
You going with the Guardians?
No. Let me get Orlando.
You going with the Guardians? Nah, I knew you was going for the upset. I knew it. Coach Turner, who you got?
Battlehawks.
Battlehawks?
18-14.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game.
Yeah.
And then I'll get Coach Clark's picks from him later on. We'll still write them in. Got to get Coach Mack's picks too. All right, so Saturday, 3 p.m., we have the DC Defenders taking on San Antonio Brahmas. They are at San Antonio.
I like the DC. DC 23, Brahmas 16.
23-16. Hey, appreciate it, Sean, man. I appreciate the shout out, man. Good luck on the rest of the season. Y'all bringing out more food?
Oh, just a little ribeye.
Oh my
A little steak.
God.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to go over here.
Oh my God.
It's going that way.
Okay.
We're not gonna be able
Thank
to
you.
finish this podcast. Y'all keep bringing all this food out. Look at Coach Joe.
From a gentleman in here who is so excited to have you here. So
Really?
When I say community, I really mean community.
Yeah.
So
Thank
I sent
you.
this to
Man.
you guys.
Thank
Hey,
you.
really
As appreciation as well.
Thank you, sir.
That's his dog right here. And he's right over there.
Oh man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Wow. Look at Sam. She over there. All right, man. So I'm gonna take Actually, DC's already clinched.
Right.
San Antonio got something to prove. I think I'm gonna go with an upset on this one, and I'm gonna take San Antonio 23-20 over DC. Coach Joe, 10-7. Who you
What
got?
were they
DC or
playing?
They're playing in San Antonio.
Okay, I'm gonna change my
San
pick.
Antonio.
Huh?
San Antonio.
You going San Antonio? Coach Turner?
You took my score. I was going with San Antonio.
So you want the same score?
Let's
Make
run.
it, just
Yeah.
make it 22-26.
Nah, let's do.
You guys want something else today?
Let's do.
Thank
Let's do 23-21.
23-21. And you're going with San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
What'd you say, Coach Craig? You wanted to change it?
Yeah, I want the Brahmas 26. $24.
All right. Sunday, 3 p.m. Sunday, 3 p.m. We have the Houston Roughnecks going down to Arlington.
That'll
Now.
be a good game. That will be a good game.
I believe. Oh yeah, Houston's already clinched Arlington, but Arlington's in the. I didn't write it down. Slipping on my notes. So I can't remember if Arlington is in the same division or not, but Arlington needs a good divisional win to stay in the conversation.
Right.
But
But they're two tough teams.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game. So I'm going to go.
Who's at home?
They're in Arlington. I'm going to go with Arlington, and I'm going to go 18. Thank you. I'm going to go 18-14.
Sorry, buddy. He's good.
18-14. Coach Craig, what you got?
Arlington's playing who?
Huh?
Give me Arlington 22.
Oh my goodness.
So just enjoy it.
Thank you.
16. 22-16.
Coach Joe, who you going for? Arlington or Houston? The game's going to be in Arlington. Arlington?
I want to go.
Coach Turner?
Arlington. 21-12.
All right, and last but definitely not least, we have the 7 p.m. game. The Vegas Vipers, who have been they have been trying to upset everybody, and they are coming with a vengeance, and they are going to Seattle to play on the Sea Dragons.
Oh boy.
I don't think it's really gonna matter, man. Sea Dragons are playing good football right now, so I'm gonna go Sea Dragons, and I'm going 18. I'm gonna go 18-8.
My Sea Dragons all the way.
Of course, but what's the score?
23-17.
You want Vegas or the Sea Dragons? They're playing in Seattle.
Vegas.
You want Vegas with the upset? Uh-oh.
They're going to come out strong on this.
Uh-oh. Coach Turner?
Sea Dragons. 21-14.
All right. Well, picks are in and they are solidified. No takey backies. So, with that being said, the updated leaderboards, we have Coach Craig, who is still up 11-5 on his picks with 5 rounds won. Then we have me 10-6, but only 2 rounds won. Coach Clark 9-7, but he has 4 rounds won because he went on a 3-game slide on that last one. And then Coach Joe also 9-7 with 2 rounds won. Coach Matt at 6-6 with 2 rounds won, but he's down 4 games. And then Coach Turner at 4-4 with 1 round won, but he is half the games that everybody else has. So just see how we're doing it on that one. So real quick, man, I just wanted to take a moment to just to say, you know, I'm praying for the family of Chris Smith. He was the defensive end for the Seattle Sea Dragons. He was also a former NFL player for the Cleveland Browns, I believe, right? It was in Cleveland. And he passed away. And I didn't read the article as far as how he passed away, but they haven't released it yet? Okay. I was about to say, because they would have put that on the headline.
And I want to give a shout out to
hey man, prayers to him, his family, and you know, everybody around that community, man. It's just it sucks to lose, you know, lose players, much less lose family, much less lose anybody. But you know, he was a big impact in that community. You know, it's a rough one. That's a tough one for them. So prayers out to the whole community. My bad, Coach. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Full of Smoke. It's a great show. If you haven't seen it, check on it on Sunday nights.
Sundays and Fridays.
Sundays and Fridays. It's a big
Fridays
time.
they put out their predictions, and then Sundays they do Excuse Sunday to hear what the excuses is. So,
but it's a great show.
A lot of excuses.
There'll be a lot of excuses.